How we doing? Trevor Burke here. If you guys don't know who I am, this is my YouTube channel. I started it 1 month ago. It's just out of a need to express myself and share my story. And if you guys take anything out of this, I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm just here to share my experience and my story. Today that struck me that I wanted to share with you guys was, wherever you're at, you're meant to be there. Wherever you're at, no matter if your results are terrible and you're like, I shouldn't be here, I should be farther along. No, you're exactly where you need to be. Your life is a movie. And if you can adopt that belief, your life is a movie. When things get tough, when things get low, you inherently know that a high is coming. You're not breaking down, you're breaking through. And with that understanding that our life is a movie, no movie has all highs. Okay, a movie with all highs. Imagine if Rocky never got beat, never had to go and train in Alaska and do his pull-ups. Like, what if he just won every fight? It wouldn't be a good movie. Okay, so you inherently know you're in a movie. Boom. You kind of can take on this, like, I'm the main character. Most people are not even a character. They're a secondary actor. They're a bystander in their own movie, and they idolize other people. And we inherently think other people can be more successful, but then we think about ourselves, and we drastically underestimate what we can do. And when you're at a low, when things aren't going your way, a simple perspective change is necessary. And the one that I've adopted for years now that has really served me, and I share it with you today, is life is not happening to you. Life is happening for you. So whenever things don't go your way, you don't get what you want. Okay? That person you were into didn't work out. That job you wanted didn't go through. Okay, that thing you were counting on to come and it didn't come. Something, whatever it is. If you can change the perspective of, hey, this isn't happening to me, this is happening for me. What does God want me to learn here? Who does He want me to connect with? What do I need to do to evolve into that next version of myself, to step into my future? And that perspective shift of these things, I've gotten accustomed to getting a perverse pleasure of not getting my way, because it calls upon me to do more, become more, draw upon deeper reservoirs in my mind and in my body and in my spirit to become more. And think of someone who gets their way all the time. Are they resilient? Is that a person you'd want to be that just gets everything all the time? Some of you say yes. Think about stuff you've gotten that you didn't have to work for. Is it of any value? Think of something you really had to work for, something you had to persevere through, something that you literally, against all odds, still got it. That stuff's valuable. So now you're in a part where you're not getting your way. Things aren't going your way. Everything outside, circumstantially, is telling you, something, you're not getting what you want. Okay, it'd be easy, and the majority of people do this, is they tap, they quit, they change, and they begin to disassociate and avoid and resent. And resentment is an attempt to change the past, to avoid responsibility, and to have this moral superiority of another person, a circumstance, a place, or a thing. We begin to victimize and get this perverse pleasure of feeling like the victim. Because we get the attention, we get all the sympathy. I understand it. And one of the things that resentment brews and it's connected to is it's an inferior self-image. That victim mentality. Okay, rid yourself of that, because think of your life as the movie. Does the hero of the movie, does the main character, does he have a victim mentality? Does she have a victim mentality? Or does she take everything that happened to her and mold it and use it for her better future, for his better future? They change it. And they realize that it's not happening to them, it's happening for them. Against all odds, they come through. Against all odds, everyone's counted them out. They've been rejected, discarded, labeled, mocked, and they still persevered. And it comes from an internal belief. Okay, Abraham Lincoln said, the belief in the seen is no belief at all. It's a belief in the unseen that is both a triumph and a blessing. And think of any main character. Think of any main role actor. Think of anyone in a story. You know, they had a vision that everyone else called him crazy. The guy who invented the telephone, his first thought that, hey, we can communicate without wires, telepathically to other people through a form of communication. His friends called him crazy, and they took him and put him into a psychiatric ward. Okay? If you have a dream, if you feel like, you know what? My life is a movie. And this low is leading to a high. The lowest of the lows get us to experience the highs of the highs. The law of rhythm. Every valley has its peaks. Okay? Wherever you're at, you know, realizing that your life is a movie, and you can play the victim. You can, you know, suffer endlessly and constantly, perpetually chase pleasure. And, you know, it's the old adage, you can either suffer now and experience fulfillment later, or you can just chase pleasure now and you'll suffer later. And we all know that person that grows old and they have regrets and they wish they could have. That's honestly my greatest fear, is becoming older and sitting on a rocking chair, sitting in my chair and speaking and not having a lot of relationships that I could really feel and be grateful for, and saying, and just constantly saying, I could have. You know, I could have done that thing. Man, I regret that. Or man, that would have been nice. Imagine going your whole life and not experiencing, not living that movie, not chasing after that and becoming that version of yourself that you inherently want to become. You inherently want to become more. Okay, let's start super simple. Let's say you want to increase and improve your physical body. Okay? You have the thought. You inherently know what you need to do. But we have this perpetual chase of, you know, wanting to do better, but then our actions don't align. So one of the things we have to realize is when we have the thought, we have to take action immediately. We have to make a decision and take an action immediately, however small it is, that is going to ensure that we're going to bring this vision to fruition. So, for example, let's say you want to lose weight, you want to become better physically, okay? Buying the gym pass and committing to writing, I'm going to go to the gym 3 days this week. 3 days this week. And then do it that week. Go. Whatever you got to do, go. Because we got to understand the law of diminishing intent. The longer we put off something, the harder and harder and harder it is to do it. Think about something that you've had a dope conversation. You've had this thought of like, yeah, we can do this. And then months, days go by and you don't do anything. And they don't do anything. And it's not like we're like, oh, that's a bad idea now. You inherently still know it's good, but it's so much time has elapsed and you haven't took any action to bring that vision to fruition. So whenever you have the vision to improve something in your life, that's when you take action. You take action. And if you gain anything from this video, gain from this video an insatiable addiction with chasing and taking action. If you can just take action day after day after day, you'll autocorrect. You're a goal-achieving being. You'll autocorrect. Think of a servo mechanism on a bomb, okay? As the target moves, the missile moves, and boom, it doesn't stop until it hits its target. That's who you are. You're not a machine, you have a machine. Okay, so start using that machine to build and create the quality of your life that truly, truly, in your deep heart of hearts, is who you want to become. And don't settle for anything else. And if other people are telling you you're crazy, you're on the right track. Carry on.